So one of the biggest topics on your CAPM exam is the integration management process. Let's dive right into it. With these questions, focus on integration management so you can test your knowledge and practice for your CAPM and PMP exam. During this quiz, when I read a question to you, and just like last time, you'll have a couple seconds to come up with the correct answer. But since you may not have enough time, pause the video right after I read the question, and in the comment section below, write down your question number, your answer, and a comment of why you think it's correct. And afterwards, hit that comment button. Be sure to stay until the end of the video for an analysis of how well you did and what areas you should focus on leveling up for your exam. So without further ado, let's get started. Question 1. The majority of the work of integration management occurs during which project management process group? Is it A, initiation and planning, B, initiation and monitoring and controlling, C, execution, or is it D, execution and monitoring and controlling? If you said D, then you're correct. As we saw in our project lifecycle video, I'll put a link in the show notes and the description below. The project management processes don't occur independently from each other, and instead, they occur simultaneously as shown in this graph. In this question, the vast majority of work for integration management occurs under the following process groups: directing and managing project work, and managing project knowledge during the execution phase. And lastly, monitoring and controlling project work and performing integrated change control during the monitoring and controlling phase. Question 2. Your project sponsor has officially provided you with the business case to initiate your project. However, to proceed with the project, what document do you need to obtain authority for formalizing the project and begin working on the project activities? Is it A, project management plan, B, assumptions log, C, project charter, or D, stakeholder register? The correct answer is C. The keyword in this question is authority to formalize the project. Let's go through each of these answers and use the process of elimination to select the correct answer. The project management plan is a comprehensive document which consists of many subsidiary management plans and outlines how a project will be managed. However, it does not officially signal the initiation of a project. The project management plan includes the following management plans which address the triple constraints of scope, schedule, and cost, address the impact of the final product and overall project regarding the requirements, risks, and final quality, manages the resources with regards to stakeholder engagement, procurement of resources, and communication with all stakeholders, and lastly, how project changes and document revisions are captured and approved throughout the entire lifecycle of the project. Similarly, the assumptions log and stakeholder register are not documents which formally authorize the initiation of a project. The assumptions log is used to record the assumptions and constraints with the project. What do we believe to be true in order to proceed with our project? And what are the boundaries that we must operate within for our project? So for example, an assumption would be, it is assumed that we will have access to use the equipment during the month of May to prepare test samples for verification and validation testing. Examples of constraints include the triple constraints of scope, schedule, and cost, as well as resources, risks, quality, and customer satisfaction. For example, we must finalize our prototype design by the end of this month before we can proceed with design and development activities. The Stakeholder Register, on the other hand, is a list of the stakeholders used to identify the people that will be impacted by the project. Therefore, the correct answer is C. Question 3. The project charter consists of all of the following except A, list of stakeholders, B, approved resources, C, project risks, or D, risk analysis. If you selected D, risk analysis, then you are correct. Because the project charter is created during the initiation stage of the project, it only describes the project using high-level terms, which includes an overview of the project milestones and schedule, overall project risks, pre-approved financial resources and budget for funding the project, and a list of the key stakeholders. But please remember, the project charter does not go into detail analyzing the risks, and instead, it reviews the high-level project risks. The more in-depth analysis of risks, both quantitative and qualitative risk analyses, is performed during the planning stage of the project. By the way, if you're getting a lot of value out of this video, and if you want more weekly quizzes and tips and tricks to pass your CAPM and PMP certification exam, smash that like button and hit subscribe so you don't miss the next video. On to our next question. Question 4. Which of the following best describes an element which would be included in the project charter? Is it A, network diagram, B, project objectives and success criteria, C, estimates of tasks and durations, or D, budget estimates? The correct answer is B. When you're reading this question, keep in mind which process group is being covered. In this question, the keyword project charter signifies that we're in the initiation phase of our project. So using the process of elimination, the only answer choice which would be covered during the initiation phase of our project is B. As a quick refresher, the project charter helps us answer the following questions to proceed with our project. What are the goals and objectives of our project, and how does this align with the organization's strategic goals? What will determine the success of our project? And lastly, how will we be measured for success? Question 5. The scope baseline includes which of the following? Select all that apply. A, WBS dictionary, B, WBS, C, project budget, or D, scope statement. Which answer did you choose? If you chose A, B, and D, then you're correct. The scope baseline includes the elements which captures the activities which are within the scope for executing the work of the entire project. The project budget, however, is included in the cost baseline. Question 6. Which management plan describes how changes are managed, controlled, and incorporated throughout your project's lifecycle? A, configuration management plan, B, scope management plan, C, requirements management plan, or D, change management plan. Which answer did you choose? If you chose D, then you're correct. The reason is that the change management plan helps a project manager control any change requests throughout the execution and monitoring and controlling phases of the project which impact the project's triple constraints of scope, schedule, and cost. Simply put, the change management plan describes how these requested project changes will be managed and controlled through a change control procedure. So how did you do? Which section did you score the highest in, and which section did you score the lowest in? Let me know in the comment section below. Also, what topics were the most challenging for you, and what are other topics that you'd like me to cover in future upcoming quizzes to help you pass your CAPM and PMP certification exam? Question of the day for you. Are you studying for your PMP or your CAPM exam? And when do you plan to take it? I'd love to hear from you, so let me know by writing it down in the comment section below. By the way, I'm planning to launch a website sharing free weekly practice questions, the best exam prep material, and free resources that you can use to pass your PMP and CAPM exam. So if that's something that you're interested in, be sure to check out the link below and subscribe so you don't miss anything. So thank you so much for checking out today's video. Subscribe for more CAPM and PMP training videos and free weekly quizzes just like this one. And if you haven't done so already, smash that like button, share this video with a friend, and give this video a huge thumbs up. I'm Alvin the PM, bringing you the best tips and tricks in project management, and I'll see you in the next video.